Hey, this is Pray Love, and I'm going to talk about one of the fragrances I've worn today, which is another of those celebrity fragrances that everyone really likes. This one, Believe by Britney Spears. As you know, I have gone frenzy buying all sorts of Britney Spears fragrances for a huge discount at a local drugstore. And this was one of them. This is Believe. I have read online that this fragrance in particular, it's not. Um, People either really like it or they really don't. Um, it's kind of special because it's fruity and sweet, but not that much. So compared to all the other celebrity fragrances that there was at that time, probably, and compared to the rest of the Britney Spears celebrity fragrances, this one is more maybe mature. It's less sweet. It's a lot less sweet. There is still some sweetness to it. There is still some fruitiness to it. I think I can spot lime, probably lime, yes, and similar more like more. I think this one is like fruits that we could find in Southern America, but the main thing that you're gonna get in the long run is patchouli. So it's much more of a patchouli fragrance with some fruity, limey elements to it, but it's still like it's very much like a patchouli amber fragrance that you could say that there's some lime kind of cocktail thing going on, like Southern American cocktail going on. It's really good. In my opinion, it's really good. It's very, very synthetic. It smells a bit candy-like, but it's really, really good. And I've worn this today, and it's not something that projects a lot. It's something that lasts quite a long time, but not too much either, because I just took a bath and it disappeared completely after the bath. So it does go away after some time. It's not like it's not a fragrance that is as uh, like kick-ass as Fantasy by Britney Spears, but it's still pretty good, and it's very subtle, and it's soothing too. This is a quality that I find in every Britney Spears fragrance I smell. It's soothing and tea-like. So this one too is kind of tea-like. Uh, I mentioned like cocktail, but it's more like tea-like virgin cocktail. I don't know. It's like tea with some lime. There's some party going on, but it's not necessarily. You're not necessarily like trying to get all the eyes on you and everything, which is like contrary to the popular song "Circus" by Britney Spears. But it does smell good, and it's gonna give a good impression. I think it's something that is easy to wear, yet pretty interesting, because it's a patchouli driven fragrance, and ambery, not as sweet as any of the fragrances that I've smelled from Britney Spears, and also it still has that tea-like quality that I really enjoy, because it's that kind of fragrance that you can put on and just smell by yourself. It's not like it does, get to the noses of people around you, but it's not as obnoxious as a traditional fragrance would be. It's a lot more subtle, and it smells more like you just have a really good soap, or perhaps that you use a body lotion that is really good, that smells really nice, or perhaps that your clothes smells really good, or perhaps that all of the combination of things make you smell really good. I don't know, but it just gives a more, it's more like a fragrance that will give a vibe to people than a fragrance that will get to the noses of people and grab their attention right away, and they will tell you, what are you wearing? It's more like, oh, this guy just smells really good, or this girl just smells really good, or you know, that kind of person that you're like, oh, that girl, I just really like how she smells. But you cannot pinpoint exactly, oh yeah, maybe she's wearing a fragrance or whatever, but it's just like someone just smells good and that's all. So I would still recommend this fragrance. I know that I seem to recommend every fragrances. I will try to do some videos that warns you about some fragrances out there that I think are like you shouldn't buy. But this one, I mean, it's nothing very, very original, but it's still a bit original, and it's very easy to wear. Of course, the top notes, the fruity notes, disappear as the dries down, like as it dries down. The dry down is much more patchouli, even more patchouli than ever, but it's really good. It's patchouli smells really good. It's often used by itself as a fragrance. So, I mean, for $3.50, it's an extremely decent fragrance. I won't wear that one as much as I will Fantasy, because Fantasy is just awesome, but this one is really good. Would it be like something that's more for guys or for girls? You all know my opinion on that, but I would see more a girl wear that, and everyone being intrigued at how good she smells, and not really knowing why she smells that good. that's that's the that's the thing with that fragrance. It doesn't really smell like you're wearing something, and more like you just emanate this really nice smell. So anyway, spread love, always spread love, and spray love. Bye bye.